that project itself, not only did you create the project, once you had it, you brought in a friend that helped you with it. In addition, the marketing itself that went in there. When did you start beginning to look into the part where the marketing needed to be connected together with the
Yeah,
project itself?
yeah.
Doing the work is fun. The recording, even though it's hard
Mhm.
work for you, it's
Yeah.
enjoyable because you haven't quit. Let me ask this though: how come you never quit? How come you never stopped with all these
The music.
hours? Yeah, what kept
Um,
you going? If you could easily
I'm
just
so
walked away,
passionate about music, bro.
did it ever cross your mind to stop?
It's never crossed my mind to quit. It's crossed my mind things like what am I gonna achieve with this? What's the end goal? And that's why I go so hard on like knowing my destination, knowing who I am. I'm Alexsoy, a songwriter, producer, and composer, and an artist, and that's what I'm destined to do. So that's why I never quit, because I know exactly who I am, and I know what I want to leave in this earth. The mark that I want to leave. When people think about Alexsoy, songwriter, producer, composer, and artist, and so that's why I never quit, because that's who I am. If I quit, this would be quitting who I am.
So those parts never crossed your mind because you already know the greater things that come out of it, who you are and what you're leaving, is way heavier than any thought of even stopping.
I would be like those thoughts can't cross my mind. It's like I have too many good things going on with this for it to ever cross my mind. It's
Okay.
too many things going on with this music industry. I feel like I'm at a point right now where it's I can do this forever, really, bro, and be good. Physically, financially, spiritually. Like I could do my music and be good, and I just pushing it further could only make me bigger. So stopping this, it's not even an option.
Okay. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's go back to the love in Spanish.
Yes, sir.
So where did you figure that those things have to be merged together? You have the
Absolutely.
recording down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure by that time you already almost found your sound or
Yes,
what
sir.
you're looking for.
Yes, sir.
So how did that project come to be, and where did you learn that the marketing was just as essential as the recording?
Oh, super essential. So the whole project started because that's Love in Spanish started when I dropped it. It was like it started like 3 years prior, because Love
Mm.
in Spanish is a body of me trying to be a better producer, right? When I come up with Love in Spanish, I'm just trying to become a better audio engineer, a better producer, and that's what I'm doing with Love in Spanish too, which we'll get into in a second. So it was Love in Spanish came together in a search of me trying to be a better artist,
Mm.
right? And the Love in Spanish theme was like it's always been. I love the love theme, right, in music, and I love using Spanish on top of that Spanglish in my records, right? So it just kind of would just fit everything together. The way that I look, the way that I talk, the way that I move, it just seemed like the right theme to go for when it comes to my first project. And so it actually, I finished the project, right? I bring it to John, and John is like we have to take it to the studio one more time. And I'm like, what we're gonna do? I'm gonna show you what we're
How
gonna
did
do.
you feel when he said that? Were you excited? Were you like, dude,
Super.
I worked so hard. This is
No,
done. What do you
no, no,
mean?
no. I take his word. I
Yeah,
take I
yeah.
take his mentorship. Like this guy knows what he's talking about when it comes to music. He's a drummer. He's been playing drums since he was a kid. He knows music. He knows what is missing from a record. And so when he told me that, I'm like, when are we going? you
So
know,
you were more
I
excited
was way
to
more
let him
excited.
do his thing.
Right, right, right. So he tells me we're going to back to the studio. We booked the studio session, and within that week, we're in the studio working on Love in Spanish one more time, and we were just listening to Love in Spanish on the way here, and we are like what a project! Like, literally, not just because it's my project. It took so much work to get Love in Spanish done, and then to go back to Love in Spanish with John and him enhancing it. Like you can hear the passion
Hmm.
and those drums when you hear Love in Spanish. Those are it's a beautiful combination of digital and live drums.
It's way different.
Yeah, it's
Even live
different.
performances and everything,
Way
it's just
different.
levels on
Way
that. And
different. Way different.
man, it sounds, you can feel it. Like you said, the
Hmm.
emotion behind it, you can
You
feel
can feel that.
like that instrument. When Jimi Hendrix played the guitar, you can hear the guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was singing.
I was just looking at Queen's perform last night.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was like just a video of him, but performing and doing live instrumentations. I was introduced to that by John. I'm a producer. I'm a digital producer. I can
Hmm.
play a few instruments, but my strength is in that software. But like I said, to have him, hop on that project, and really not only hop on that project. Without John, there wouldn't be no Love in Spanish sound. The actual sound of Love in Spanish,
Yeah.
he helped me construct that. You know,
Hmm.
and Love in Spanish too. Since me and him are starting it together, you guys are gonna see an even bigger fusion of live instrumentation with my digital workstation that I use, and every knowledge that I have, including his live instrumentation technique, is gonna be a whole different approach to music recording. And
Nice.
it's gonna be a really nice put together project, not just because it's my project. I'm excited to record this project
Yeah.
because of the process that it takes to record something like this. It doesn't just happen going to the studio, pick a beat from YouTube, and calling it a record.
Yeah.
It don't work like that with me, at least. Take it from scratch, deeply, deeply, like deeply, going deeply into not only the composing of the records, but in the structure of the songs, when things are gonna go, what bar am I gonna say here, and why am I gonna say that, and
Yeah.
just deeper. Like, the deeper you think about a record, and the deeper sometimes it comes easy,
Yeah.
sometimes it's just what it is. But if you come prepared to a studio session to even go that deep into thought, trust me, man, you come out with something really nice.
So I don't know if you've been talking about it on different podcasts, but
hmm
breaking news, Love in Spanish 2 is mm,
Love in Spanish 2 is on the
volume
way,
2 is
guys.
coming.
We are working on that right now. If you haven't checked out Love in Spanish 1, I really encourage you to go check out Love in Spanish 1. Trust me, you won't regret it. It doesn't matter what language you speak. Right now, I'm tapping into French. And so a lot of my upcoming records are going to be trilingual. So,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, it's going to be really beautiful fusion of languages and cultures and whatnot. But if you haven't checked out Love in Spanish 1, Love in Spanish 1, or just Love in Spanish on all platforms, Alexsoy.
Oui, oui, como dicen los
Oui,
French.
oui.
Oui, oui.